just because they were good with numbers. They were given their position, but they couldn't stop riding the meat of Raluca. It infuriates me, and they still ride it to this day. It is insufferable that someone throw away their allegiance to Avalon and the people for one traitorous individual that tried to kill his own mother because of his own selfish reasons. He's willing to put Avalis to death to fight for him wanting to lock down Avalon. Avalis should be free, not stuck in a cage as a planet. They should not be restricted. We do not need to be put under lockdown. We do not need any of that. But Raluk insists on all of it, and I will not let him. No one should ever even consider his proposition, his cause, but they do. And what I've seen is that all that fight for him have something wrong with them. They are all imbeciles, which isn't too surprising, but it's sad that people are so gullible to believe in his lies. I don't understand what the Empress did to him to make him want to kill her. Why would one want to kill their own mother? I don't know how I even brought myself to marry that shit. I don't know why. I thought it was a good idea to have a child with them, especially at my current state. I can't fucking stand it. I should have seen how much of a fucking brat he was. But, of course, I didn't see any of it. Very disappointing on my part. And I'll take the blame for that any day, but I don't see why anyone would try to kill their own mother, as I've said. And I've heard his reasons, because humans are on Avalon, and he'll kill his own mother over something that could be resolved with a simple talk. I don't get it. It perplexes me. I'm glad to know someone else understands.
Calico Industries, the human contractors. We should have them build a sensor array. Fill the Solaku system. Long range, short range. Subspace. Monitor all traffic in and out of Avalon.
Of course. Of course. Of course.
Comprehensive records of every ship, every crew member. Thorough checks of every ship that dares land on Avalon. adventurer if the Yuan will allow it.
I don't think even if he managed to kill the Empress, anyone would want to be under him. It would tear everyone apart. But, yes, we should. I can start assigning ships to monitor all ships that enter our space.
That should be enough data for Ico to process and tell us exactly who is where and what they're doing. Any suspected rebels or those who might have had contact with Raluco be brought in for questioning.
Yes, I tried to put some sense into navigating. I hope we can find out why. Why would they do this to their own people? To Avalon and her people. But I want to find each and every one of them and torture them myself, but that would be very not so good of me, I'd say. I'd be pushing on tyranny. I will not stand for it. I've experienced it before. I don't want it on others. But those who know what Raluco is doing and wants with full awareness will be punished accordingly. If you find any of your crew to be loyal to his cause, I will personally sign their death warrant.
Certainly one of my crew that I suspected to be sympathetic to the rebel cause. I sent them on a Listo mission. It was only one of my crewmates that I suspected to be sympathetic to the cause. I sent them to the Listo headquarters. 100% casualty rate. Exactly as I expected.
Of course.
They did their duty to Avalon. And they cannot cause any further harm.
Of course. I miss many brave Avalonians lost their lives in that. But it's good to know that it wasn't just good people that died in that.
It was a suicide mission. Why not send those that we wish to die?
Of course, if they're going to want to, if they want to go against Admiral, they might as well die fighting. Anyone deserves a good warrior death, no matter how twisted they are. A warrior death is more respectable than a cowardly death like I tried by myself. I was not in a good state of mind, but now I am clear. I think clearly now. I can see through all these bullshit he's feeding. I can see how... I can see why I tried ending it all. I don't get it. If I'm going to die, I'm going to die a warrior. If my ship gets shot down, I die with it. No. The Empress doesn't deserve to be killed. She was trying her best. If anyone decides they want to go against her because she wasn't doing good enough, then might as well see how good they do in a very, very difficult situation. There are planets I've found that would be good places to send them on a expedition of sorts. And we've also found places that would also be equally
Oh, it's
as
stars
good.
now.
Though,
Wait,
if you find any traitors in your crew, feel free to tell me. I'll send them on a mission to one of these planets. I'll send it to your navigation systems. It'll be under the category of uncharted. Yes, uncharted.
the Avalon Empire needs a renaissance. To be reborn from the fires of this petty revolution, to unify against the Solar Union.
Of course.
File these unexplored planets under Project Renaissance. Rebirthing the Avalon Empire and forging new horizons. Either we colonize an ungodly amount of barren, desolate worlds for extraction and colonization, or we get rid of our problems. Win-win.
Yes.
Exploring every desolate planetoid in the system will also help us find rebel hideouts, and, if we are lucky, rebel scum.
Of course. This is for Avalon and her people. This is for the greater good. If they want to go against the people, might as well force them to start working for them. If they want to go against the Emperor because they want better place for the people, they might as well be starting their job on making Avalon a better place. I'm liking that.
Good public-facing reputation for the project. Decent excuse. A sweeping clean of the entire system, every planetoid, every asteroid. And suicide missions for all the dissident population. A perfect plan.
Of course.
Searching every sector of this galaxy will also give us an opportunity to set up an extensive sensor network, allowing us to catalog ships far beyond Avalon. finding any rebel movements or Solar Union assaults before they have chance to reach the Avalonian system, and executing them.
Yes. And if we capture Reluca, if you capture Reluca themselves, what are your plans with him?
Freeze him in a cryo chamber and bring him to you.
I appreciate it.
Your wrath would far exceed mine, Ferdinand. You would give him the punishment he deserves.
Of course. I don't want to insult the Empress, but she has been too soft on him. So, I believe I could be a good parent for once. Taking care of a child is hard, but I wouldn't say just let them be free without a reasonable punishment. And for the crime he has committed, I don't think the Empress is in the best state to punish him herself. I may be able to fix a few things on his resistance. I must thank you for all of this.
It's my job, man.
Of course. Well, what is the first planet you plan on going to? Or moon? I do not judge.
Do we have any significant colonies on Valaya or Frost yet?
Valaya is a gas giant, though we can put up the balloon cities. On Frost, we haven't had the time, though we can easily set up bases there. Though I can imagine the Resistance would think the same about having a planet such as that. Since we were AF is against them now, might as well go someplace too harsh for those beings to be. Yes. We could use the same Cloud City system that the Solar Union uses on their Venus planet. On the gas giants, but I've heard the winds on these gas giants tend to get a little wild. They don't have to know.
Such unfortunate wild weather events are incredibly difficult to predict. We could not possibly map every wind and gust on that planet. It would be so unfortunate for such a storm to befall a cloud city of transformed rebels.
Of course it would. I can't imagine such a tragedy. I like the way you think.
I think pragmatically. everything is a problem, and there is always a solution.
I couldn't have
Maybe
said
mental illness?
better.
I was the solution. Reluco turns against the Empire. Project Renaissance, the solution.
I like how you think. This is why I chose you. I have good feelings about you and your future. I don't expect to see any bad future. You have so far made me quite proud. I must. Thank you. I don't like to see myself as a celebrity at times. I'd like to be seen as a fellow soldier. But sometimes people forget that mutual respect isn't just for higher-ups, it's for good friends. It's nice to know someone people know respect still.
The blueprints for the Calico superweapon, were they ever leaked before they were destroyed?
No, they were not. I don't think those plans ever got out of the Avalon at all. If not, they were already thrown into the depths of Valea. That superweapon's erased from existence. Anyway, it was too elaborate. It's too expensive.
The weapon to capital ships of Avalon. Powered down, of course. The ability to erase an entire planet with the push of a button.
I don't believe that's it. It is sad that such a thing could be imagined. But I guess here we are.
Well, that an alternative ACP. Instead of being a high-power strike team, focus on stealth and intelligence.
Yeah.
With such an incursion of dissident activity in the Avalon Empire, we need eyes, ears everywhere.
Do you wish to handpick these individuals?
Okay, your voice changer has gotten progressively harder to understand. I can barely understand you at this point.
Shut up. Shut up. I'm better than you.
I know you've been slowly turning up that fucking reverb.
No, that's my thing.
I can speak better than both of you. Fuck you.
Okay, die. Anyway.
Okay, I had to do something. I've been standing up here doing nothing this entire fucking time.
Womp womp.
Fuck you. I'll come down and shoot your ass.
Anyway, that super weapon is too expensive to run. So, and there are easier solutions. Anyway.
I do. Fine.
Must return to my duties. It was nice talking to you once more.
I'm here. I exist. I think.
I will talk to you again soon.